What's up guys, it's Jagus back with another Dawn of War Soulstorm video, and today we're going to be looking at another 5 Space Marine games back to back as usual, provided by my good friend Duzzyminister. And actually, really quickly before the video starts, I just wanted to give a massive shout out to the man himself. Duzzy recently uploaded a video where he calls me out on my top Space Marine build orders video, something like that. And he makes some really good points about why you shouldn't use some of those openings in 1v1's, and all around it's a really good informative video. I watched it myself and thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you guys are wanting to learn how to play Space Marines, especially in 1v1 games, definitely I would recommend watching that video. I'll leave a link in the description below. And yeah, basically just want to say thanks again, Duzzy, for sending in the replays, and thanks for making that video. I hope it helps a lot of people. Now, let's get on with some of these games. Alright, starting from the top, we have Blood River, and on the bottom side we have the Kiz 1998 playing as Imperial Guard, and Duzzy is on the top side, as usual, with his Space Marines. Or Marines, why did I say it like that? Anyway, Duzzy will drop the chapel barracks here, and he will make 2 scouts. And surprise, surprise, he won't make a generator. I learned this from his videos. See guys, I'm still learning things. Duzzy does not make the generator, and this is quite important for Space Marines because in the early game, Space Marines don't need power all that much. They're not power hungry like most other races, say maybe Tau for example. So you can actually forego the generator to go for a Space Marine squad instead, and this is very important information that Duzzy does go over in that video he made. So good stuff from him. He makes 1 Space Marine squad, 1 Force Commander, builds his LPs as usual. Now on the bottom side, Kez made the infantry command, got the command squad out, will obviously add the priest, and builds a generator. So IG, I'm pretty sure, do need the power. Priest costs 40 power to make, so you do need to add the generator there. And only 2 guardsman squads from Kez as well. Now we have a bit of an engagement going on. The command squad, I think they were trying to focus these scouts, but the Space Marines do come in time. So this is where it is important to make this a Space Marine squad first, and not the Force Commander by himself, as I explained in that opener video. Such an opener is more suited to team games anyway. But Force Commander does come out now, and he can focus the guardsmen. Will do serious damage to these guys. Already 2 might go down, 3 might even go down. And Psychic comes out on the command squad. He will focus the servitors. Will completely ignore the Space Marines. That makes sense. No point focusing these Space Marines. They just they can take more hits, whereas the servitors will die quicker, and servitors are needed obviously for building. So going on a bit of a loop here, that's the command squad, and they will now get into melee. Maybe just knock around these Space Marines a little bit before making a full retreat. 1 servitor manages to complete this LP. Now Duzzy will go for a 2nd Space Marine squad. Just having 1 is kind of a little bit too much pressure for him, so a 2nd one is always welcome. A welcome addition to the army, of course. Naturally, the command squad will try to focus these scouts. They do manage to capture the relic in time, however. With these 2 Space Marine squads bearing on the command squad, they will have to retreat, and then just go right back into it actually. Kez will try to keep this relic unupgraded for as long as he can, and captures his own, also builds a turret next to it. It's kind of important to capture the relics and hold on to them. If they get decapped, you just have to capture them again, and it takes so long to capture these points. So that's the idea here. That's why Kez has built this turret. He's going to hold on to that relic firmly. So one guardsman with the commissar attached pushes on this side, but the force commander does go into melee. Now Kez hides his troops in the heavy cover. But I don't know, if Duzzy can reinforce these squads, it'll be tough for Kez to deal with. Kez makes the Tactica control. Yeah, this is a good answer to this army from Duzzy. If he can add some grenade launchers, which he does, that'll force the Space Marines to retreat. He also does some of the morale plus armor research. This Death Before Dishonor, I know the description says it increases morale of guardsmen. It also increases the health as well. So very important to do these researches. Definitely makes your guardsmen much tankier to deal with. Still no LP though on this relic by Duzzy. It could be that he maybe didn't see the point in building it since it might get destroyed, but I don't feel like that's the case. Maybe he just forgot to, or just didn't have the resources. Because yeah, you need to build the LP on the relic just to at least delay the opponent from decapping the relic. But now it will get decapped, and Duzzy may have a hard time trying to get that relic back as well. He is tier 2 now though, so if we look down on Kez's side, no tier 2 on the way for him yet. The armory was also made on Duzzy's side. He gets the Bionics upgrade for the Space Marines. Also makes an Assault Marines squad. I can see where he is going with this idea. Only 2 Guardsmen squads from Kez, so one squad will be able to get tied up. And that leaves 2 Space Marine squads free to apply pressure to the last squad. And hopefully deal with this command squad as well. No LP2s from Duzzy yet, however. Oh, he's got one on this, protecting the generators, no doubt. Now jump in the Assault Marines, but they'll be set to range stance. Interesting. Kez captured the relic and then starts building a post on it. Assault Marines going to tie up one Guardsman squad. Duzzy will focus the engine seer down first and get him out of the picture, and now we'll be able to deal with this command squad pretty nicely. Even the grenades were done on the Space Marines, so the command squad gets stunned there. And hopefully we get a wipe. Nice one by Duzzy. Get that command squad out of the picture. Will make your life much easier now. Guardsmen stopped to fight these Assault Marines for a little bit. Did you guys see that? They were kind of just stalling for a little bit. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, they will have to retreat. They won't be able to deal with all of this Space Marine army. Do we have a machine code on the way yet? No, Chaplain coming out now for Duzzy. Plus 85 to plus 20 for Duzzy, compared to plus 92 to plus 30 for Kez. Duzzy can at least remove this listening post. The economies will be looking a little bit more even. Third Guardsman squad comes out for Kez now. He's just going to bide his time and use the grenade launchers for a little bit of a battle of attrition here. The grenade launchers will outrange the heavy bolters, if I'm not mistaken. And so Kez does exactly that. He pushes forward, uses that long range to his advantage.
Until take and hold victory.
Duzzy only now starts capturing this relic. It looks like he didn't have the scouts. Oh no, the scouts were on this side. Interesting. Why didn't they capture the relic? Not sure why these scouts are idle over here. They shouldn't be idling.
All right, men. Time to wait.
Command squad gets remade now by Kez.
It will be my honor.
Priest and Psyker will be attached. right? No? Okay. Maybe we'll see that later on, but now the chaplain comes out and one of these squads is in for a demoralization, no doubt. Duzzy may want to make a rhino here. There it goes. Look at me, just calling these things out as usual. I'm just kidding. So, well, still no LP2s. That is very interesting.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
And in fact, the Duzzy, I think Duzzy did the, what do you call it? Oh man, the power upgrade, the global, with only 2 generators. A little bit questionable. I think it would be better to build at least 4 generators before doing that global, because the bonus you get isn't that much. Like, for example, on the 2 generators, he only got a +6 bonus. He should have just made a 3rd generator, and he would have been at +30 at much less cost. The power global is, I think, 200 requisition to 40 power, and a new generator is only 135 requisition. But either way, some plasma guns on these guardsmen, on this guardsman squad now. But here comes the rhino. The command squad got prepared, went next to it, and will try to tie up one marine squad. Grenades get thrown about wildly here. I think even one guardsman squad got wiped. Almost got wiped actually. But plenty of guardsmen do go down. Jesus, look at the damage on these guys. Yeah, totally unsupported. The guardsmen were completely out in the open. Basically asked to get wiped like this. So that is really, really unfortunate for Kez. Kez calls the GG. Loses his guardsman. There's not much, I guess, he could do. And deletes his HQ. The respectable way to go out. So good on you, Kez, for going out with a bang. But well played by Duzzy. Honestly, IG versus Space Marines on Blood River, it is a bit tricky for IG, I think. But there you go. And let's look at the score. Duzzy with 63 units killed, 25 units lost. A very, very good kill score. Resources. Kez had a better requisition income, but not by much. And technology. There you go. Let's move on to the next game now. Alright, so we have another match on Blood Map. This time, on the bottom side, we have Orcs, Mad, Bloodman. He's going to drop a Boys Hut, Generator, 2 Sluggers, Gretchen, standard stuff. And Duzzy on the top side drops a Barracks, 3 Scouts, and no Generator. No Generator indeed. 3 Scouts will be able to capture the points faster. And let's see what Orcs has to offer in this matchup. Duzzy seems to be favoring his Blood River matches lately. But it is a good map for Space Marines. Nice tight small map there, so very Rhino friendly, should I say. Also Tempest friendly too. No, okay. Anyway, Space Marine squad comes out, immediately captures the 4th point,
position secure,
and Duzzy is going to get his economy up and running very quick here,
position secure,
which is nice to see. On the bottom side, yeah, Shooter Boys have come out, and the Big Mech on the way. Pretty standard stuff. Scouts are now free to scout around the map and hopefully get some decaps, especially on this relic on Orcs' side. Already these Slugger Boys are under some pressure. They may even have to stop decapping. They won't be able to... Well, if they capture the relic, it'll just get decapped anyway, so... We'll see if perhaps the Shooter Boys can arrive in time, but... Duzzy does have a Space Marine squad out. They aren't going to go to the relic though, so... And the shooter boys and the Big Mac will actually be able to deal with these scouts. So the scouts will have to pull back instead. No decap happening this side today. Looks like Slugger Boys were trying to do the same on Duzzy's side, so that's why the Space Marines came over here. Yeah, that was good play. So it looks like both players will be able to get their posts up on their relics. It'll just be a matter of who... it'll just be a matter of each player going to attack those points later on with whatever weapons they have in their arsenal, if you will. And if that made sense to you, then well done to you. I applaud your comprehension. Still just the one Space Marine squad. No, he makes the second Space Marine squad. I think this is the strategy. Going for 2 Space Marine squads, tier 1. Yeah, it's a good idea. The Tactical Marines are very versatile unit. So now the Shooter Boys, Big Mac will teleport. The Shooter Boys in the middle. Almost got the squad wipe on these scouts. They were in the negative cover. They did take more damage, but do manage to run away in time. Mad Bloodman builds a war banner next to this listing post. Yeah, it is a good idea building war banners next to posts like this. As the game goes on, however, it becomes more of a problem once the heavier anti-vehicle / anti-building counters come out. These points suddenly become you have to try hard not to lose them, because if they go down, then you'll lose Orc Pop, which is very key to Orcs' strategies. Even the pile of guns, you can't make Knob Squads or Tank Busters, or I believe the Mega Armored Knobs without the pile of guns, so that also becomes a key structure later on. Well, you just gotta not lose it, I guess. Critical location gets decapped on the right here. Will the scouts make it out alive? I don't think so. The Big Mac's gun does a crap ton of damage, and that's why I love it so much. Space Marine's kind of just idling in Duzzy's base, but now he will make a move, attaches the Force Commander to one Space Marine squad. That kind of makes them a bit easier to micro. There are benefits to attaching him as well as leaving him solo, but generally it's better to attach him so that he can tank, and he also, the other squad members can tank for him. It works both ways. It's really weird, but I'm sure you get what I mean. Now the snipers have been added to the scouts. Good move from Duzzy. We'll be able to deal with the Shooter Boys, especially with their big shooters. Armor, Heavy Armor Boy research was done. Heavy Boy Armor gives these Orcs a little bit more HP, which they definitely need in the early game, in all stages of the game, really. Does he not wanting to upgrade these LPs, but he will move in with the snipers, pick off some Orcs. Let's just go to his side really quick, turn off the fog of war. Let's see what these scouts can see now. They retreat away. Bionics being done. No tier 2 yet for him, but he does make some frag grenades, foregoing his economy to get all these upgrades up. Yeah, just the one LP2 right now. 3 generators. Oh, he's already tier 2. He goes tier 2 so quick I don't even notice. Back down to Orc side. Orcs is tier 1.5. Just needs one more war banner to reach tier 2. Goes for the custom gadgets as well. Storm Boys were also made from Bloodman. Maybe he's too afraid to jump in because the scouts will be able to unleash a volley of sniper shots on these Storm Boys.
6 minutes.
But the longer he waits, the stronger Duzzy's army gets. But still, even so, he does have a jump on the Big Mech and a jump on the Storm Boys. Let's see what he does now. Firstly, he's going to focus the listening post, apply a bit of pressure there. Duzzy will have to answer. Gets within range with the heavy bolters. Now, the Storm Boys jump in, and they immediately get grenaded to the face. 2 grenades, to be exact. The Shooter Boys are just going to jump straight in there. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Yeah, now this squad is broken. They do much less damage. Poking these Space Marine squads a little bit, but it's not enough. Too many Space Marines really to deal with it. That was a very terrible, if I'm being honest, it was a bit of a terrible push there by Hawks. Plus 104 to plus 24 Bloodman compared to plus 98 to plus 40 for Duzzy. And Duzzy now makes the Machine Cult. No doubt gonna make a Rhino. Last War Banner being done for Orcs. Will reach tier 2 once that is done. And what will he do? Maybe he will need the mech shop. He'll need a mech shop, perhaps a war truck, and some war tracks as well. If Duzzy goes for a Rhino build, Orcs needs the anti-vehicle answer, maybe some tank busters. Since Duzzy doesn't quite have a skull probe or any detection. Orcs wouldn't know that, obviously, but tank busters are always a viable option. Plus, you can hide them in the war trucks as well. But now Duzzy goes inside, puts his troops inside the Rhino transport. Might look at making an attack now somewhere. Wait a minute. First we gotta bring the chaplain in. Come on, boy. Come into my squad. There we go. Now let's go. Now let's hop in. There they go. And off he goes here. Orc seems to instinctively move his troops around. How did he know that? Or maybe he had the same idea. Maybe he would push on this side with the relic. Either way, Duzzy comes down the bottom here, sees the mech shop.
3 minutes.
Out comes the war truck. Ooh, what's going on? And there's the zapper. That is what I was worried about. The zap from the Big Mech. And here are the tank busters as well. All Orc has to do is just destroy that Rhino. Leave the Space Marines stranded. It does drive off to leave the Space Marines behind. But now Bloodman chases down Space Marines with the war truck here. Tank busters also move in. The Rhino almost went down. It's on 356 health. Duzzy quickly makes... I thought he was going to make a second Rhino, but he makes a land speeder instead. Yeah, the land speeder would be able to deal with some of these squishier Orc units. Spectator just left the game just then. Just have to be careful with the land speeder. A couple of shots from the tank busters will be able to destroy it, or even the war track. The war track is out now as well on Orc's side. A couple shots from these guys will make quick work of the land speeder. Duzzy will make a second land speeder here. Meanwhile, reinforces his squads and adds heavy bolters and then overwatches the missile launchers. He needs to deal with the Orc vehicle somehow. One LP2 goes down on Duzzy's side, and he also lost the relic, as you guys saw there earlier. At this point, land speeders are looking a little less viable. the Storm Boys will probably go down under all this anti-infantry fire. But here come the Shooter Boys now. They will make quick work of these Space Marines. What's going on? Have the Storm Boys still going strong? That's incredible. But yeah, Rhino's gonna go down here. The Space Marines won't have anywhere to hide after that. Oh, now we got some knobs coming out from Bloodman. All of a sudden, Duzzy doesn't really have much of an answer to these guys. War Truck's still very much alive as well. Unfortunately, the only anti-vehicle Duzzy has are these missile launchers on the Space Marines, and that's not going to be enough to deal with it. Bit of accidental pathing there by the War Truck, I think. Big Mech goes down, so that's good. Big Mech went down, and now all Orcs just has one War Truck alive. Interesting. But he did a number on Duzzy's economy, plus 86 to plus 53 now for him, compared to plus 97 to plus 40 for Orcs. Will Duzzy be able to recover? I wonder. Orcs was capturing this relic. Maybe they abandoned the point, or yeah, I think the Storm Boys just didn't finish capturing it in time. Would have been nice for him if he had captured the relic. Net a little bit of extra requisition into the old income there. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but assault marines were made on Duzzy's side. No doubt with some crack grenades. The crack grenade research to deal with the vehicles. And I just want to say it's really, really hot right now. Oh my gosh, it's like 26 degrees I think here. And yeah, the heat is doing a number on me, guys, but we're not going to let that stop me. We want to see how this game ends. Orcs gets both war tracks in the front lines, trying to apply pressure on this listening post. They will have to retreat though. Duzzy got the missile launchers back on the Space Marines, just 3. Will he make anything else from the machine cult? Not yet, by the looks of it. What is Orcs gonna do? Orcs Bloodman remakes the Big Mech. Looks like he's gonna start going tier 2. Makes the first of the 2 war banners that you need to get to tier 3. I said tier 2 just then, I meant tier 3. Meanwhile, Duzzy licks his wounds, rebuilds this LP, puts the LP, slaps the LP2 back on top there. Might need to repair this Rhino though. A Rhino on yellow health isn't a good idea to push with. Oh, we left a squad behind. That's unfortunate. But yeah, you don't really want to be pushing with a heavily damaged Rhino like this. It's not a good idea. So looks like that Rhino will go down. Oh, Big Mech teleports in with the knobs. Good strategy. Nice switch up on the Big Mech from the Shooter Boys to the knobs there. And they will be able to tie up one Space Marine squad. Meanwhile, these Shooter Boys will probably deal with these Assault Marines. They need to get the Assault Marines off their backs so they can actually do some shooty damage there. Nice zap on the Land Speeder. Shockingly enough, the knobs most of them get wiped. That is really unfortunate. Honestly, that is really sad to see. The strategy looked so good from Orcs' side. I don't know what happened. Maybe because the Shooter Boys had to drive around too much because of the Assault Marines. They couldn't really get out and just shoot. So there you go. All the knobs get wiped. Big Mac gets wiped. And, oh man, that is, yeah. What could have been a good push from Orcs didn't quite end so well for him. I think he ended up actually taking more losses than Duzzy did in that fight just then. Retreats all his units. Obviously he has to. What he has right now won't be able to deal with this. Duzzy goes into Tempest mode now. Makes one Tempest and he's tier 3. Makes the orbital relay. Plus his Force Commander is still alive. Going back down to Orcs' side. Orcs has got the 70 pop. He hasn't done the tier 3 research yet though, so he's still stuck on tier 2. Doesn't look like he'll be going for tier 3 anytime soon with an economy that low. Makes another war track. Another tank buster. Another knob squad as well. So having to invest heavily in a tier 2 army versus Duzzy's soon to be tier 3 army. Maybe he's going to make some Terminators soon. But he goes for a Predator. Yeah, I can see how this would work. Predator being a very tanky anti-infantry, well, tank, right? Now Duzzy pushes in with a Rhino on the left side and drops an orbital bombardment. Beautiful, beautiful placement. Right here, lands it on the listening post. These two War Banners, listening post and War Banner, go down. This War Banner will probably go down as well. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful to see. Is it going to go down? Yeah, there it goes. And also, because of this, these Orcs pushing over here had to be a little bit more careful. Had to wait until the ability was done before they could push there. Luckily, some shooter boys managed to sneak around in the war track on that side. But imagine how terrible that must feel for Orcs now. He lost the LP plus 2 War Banners. That's huge. Another engagement going on here. This time the shooter boys, they don't have any, well, there they go, the Assault Marines. I was going to say they didn't have any Assault Marines to hold them back. But in addition to that, the Chaplain did the demoralizing shout as well. So there goes that strategy out the window. And once again the Knobs are left fighting for their lives against all the Space Marine firepower. War tracks will have to focus the Predator, as you can see, but one war track goes down. This one even might go down as well. Too many Space Marines being left to their own devices. Some Terminators also got dropped over here. This battle is just looking less and less in Orc's favor. I think he did really well in the early game, Bloodman, but Bloodman calls the GG. Deletes his buildings, and the game goes to Duzzy. Well played. What a brilliant game. I really enjoyed watching that game. That's my favorite so far, honestly. Out of the 2 games that I've shown so far, this one is my favorite. But yeah, wow, brilliant plays from Duzzy, I have to say. And not so brilliant plays from Orcs. Anyway, 126 units killed to 64 units lost. Again, a really nice kill-to-death ratio. Economy, technology. There you go, guys. Let's move swiftly on to the next game. Alrighty, now on this 3rd game... What is this bug? Okay, I'm not sure what that's all about, but... On the bottom side, we have Nok Long. I know I butchered that name. He's a Vietnamese player. I know him personally. And he's playing his Chaos on the bottom side. Goes for the Temple. 3 Cultists. And 1 Space Marine squad. Chaos Marine squad. On the top side, Duzzy once again going for the Ultramarines color scheme this time. Interesting. Decided to ditch the red.
Scouts reporting for duty.
That very beautiful, rich red color. And he goes for the Force Commander first. Interesting. Okay. This is interesting because he states in his video that it's usually better to go for the Space Marine squad first. Space Marines get made faster and they're a nice, reliable unit to start with. But either way, he makes the Force Commander first. Why? I'm not too sure. Please, does he explain in the comments below? And sends some scouts out to get some decaps.
Defending objective.
But since the Chaos Marines got out so early, they were able to deal with the scouts quite easily.
Scouts in position.
Doesn't look like Duzzy will be getting any
Position
decaps
secure.
anytime soon. Luckily, he made the 3 scout squads, so
Scouts in position.
I command
well, he
in the name
can
of the
kept this point, but he doesn't want to for some reason. Needed to queue these scouts earlier. There we go. Now they go. Get to it. This scout squad manages to survive, luckily, so that's fortunate for Duzzy. They will live to see another day. Okay, here comes the Force Commander now. Chaos Marines obviously must have seen him and will run away, but now the Space Marine squad comes out. Again, I'm not sure why he didn't start off with the Space Marines. I feel like while the scouts were running away, these Space Marines could have done something down here. Oh, actually, if I think about this a little bit more, maybe he was anticipating, what do you call them, cultists with grenades. Maybe he was anticipating that opener, and that's why he made the Force Commander first. But upon seeing that Knocklong didn't go for the grenade launchers, then he decided to make the Space Marines. That's the only reason why I can think of that he made the Force Commander first. So does he? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my analysis of the situation. But now here we go. Knocklong only now capturing his relic on this side. Actually, also Duzzy the same for him. Alrighty, what's going on? Oh, okay, some cultists gonna get cornered here. I get a bit anxious when I see this sort of thing happening because, you know, the Space Marines also could have gone cornered, but Duzzy moves them out quick as you like. Maybe Knocklong didn't see it. He idled his Chaos Marines a little bit. He could have had them waiting in this heavy cover and might have been able to pick off some Space Marines, but it's too late by now. Knocklong will push Space Marines on the left side. He has one more squad than Duzzy. So yeah, this is definitely a good idea here. Just push them back and take over this relic. Fortunately, he has to use one Chaos Marine squad to do the decap. That only leaves one left to defend, but it's okay, I think. Does he tier 2 yet? No, he does the sniper training. This is going to be a good counter to Chaos, especially against the Marines here. This time Duzzy makes the LP2 on this point, furthest one. Maybe Knocklong will go for the armory at some point to outrange the LP2 and do some damage. Maybe try to take him out with those heavy bolters that Chaos can get in tier 1, which is a nice advantage for them. Is that a... no, plasma generator. Third plasma generator gets placed for Duzzy. Is this really necessary, Duzzy? I don't know. What do you need all that power for? His power at the moment is quite low, so maybe he wants to go to tier 2 more quickly. Gets the power up to 100. Also, because of the... no, okay, this makes sense. Because he's adding the sniper rifles to the scouts. Those will eat up some power as well. 20 power per sniper rifle. He only adds 1 to each scout squad there. So, yeah, I see why he made the third generator now. He has enough resources to go tier 2, and he does do that. On the bottom side, next to this relic, Duzzy will make a push. In such pushes, I like to detach the commander and let the commander soak the damage. Saves the Space Marines from, you know, dying, I guess. And then the opponent has to manually select the Space Marine squad themselves. That's what, oh, this is what Knock Long has done on this side. He sent the command squad, Chaos Lord out, command squad, Chaos Lord out first. Obviously, yeah, the opponent can still change the attack target, but they have to see it first, which is a little bit better, you know, than the other way around. Anyway, Duzzy rebuilds the listing post. Same for Knock Long, he rebuilds his on his relic. Oh, I forgot that Duzzy didn't quite capture this relic yet. Let's just quickly compare the economies. Plus 92 to plus 40 for Chaos, compared to plus 74 to plus 30 for Space Marines. Chaos's economy looking quite a bit better than Space Marines right now. And also, Chaos is going to go for the Machine Pit. With 2 Chaos Marine squads out on the field, no doubt Knock Long will go for Rhinos. And he did make the Armory, which means heavy bolters. Yes, they are being added. As you can see, the Plasma Pistols has also been done, and grenades. Definitely going to see Rhinos on his side. Duzzy is now tier 2 himself, goes for the Chaplain. And I'm expecting to see a Machine Pit dropped soon. No doubt he will. If your opponent has a Rhino, you need one too. The Rhino now comes out for Knock Long. Deposits the Chaos Marines inside, and he will now push up into Duzzy's left flank here. Now we see this Rhino strategy taking place. Look at the poor Space Marines. Whoa, what happened? Why are they moving back? Pathing. Some kind of pathing happened there. Oh, I think Knock Long pathed Duzzy's units, and so he moved his units so as to not take advantage or abuse the pathing, which is respectable. Good sportsmanship, I suppose. Yeah, exactly, Duzzy. Yeah, because otherwise those Chaos Marines would have absolutely wiped those Space Marines. But either way, Knock Long, that only lasts for a minute there as Knock Long takes out Duzzy's LP2. Now Duzzy will go for one Land Speeder. Interesting. Maybe he'll use the Land Speeder to harass Knock Long's base. Why else would you make Land Speeders here? Land Speeders might be able to chase down some heretics, some cultists. Won't be able to deal with the Space Marines, they can just hide in the Rhino. What else is he making? Well, Duzzy does have a Rhino out. Can't quite remake this LP yet. And now Hell Talon comes out from Knock Long's side, and he will push in. Doesn't look like any missile launchers have been added to the Marine squads either, so no sorts of anti-vehicle from him. And the Land Speeder goes down. Yeah, kind of a waste there, I think. It didn't pay off. Oh, Chaos Marines are in the negative cover. They will need to move out from there. They do get demoralized. But Knock Long buys time with the grenades, stuns the Marine squads. Duzzy answers with his own frag grenades. Now Knocklong will move back, but then comes back out again.
Beware the alien, the mutant.
How hasn't this Hell Talon destroyed this Rhino yet? Did I miss a stun from the Skull Probe? I know Skull Probes can stun vehicles. I wonder if that's what happened there. The Hell Talon wasn't shooting for a little while. I'm not so sure, but it seemed to have been the case. Again, more land speeders coming out from Duzzy. He made 2 more. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure why. The Hell Talon just focuses them down and they die really quickly. I guess they were made to focus the Chaos Marines when they come out of the Rhino transport, but honestly it hasn't paid off. And Duzzy calls GG as his army gets destroyed. And game goes to Knocklong. Well played by him. Let's look at the score. 39 units killed to 25 units lost. Yeah, quite a significantly better economy on Chaos' side there. Technology. There you go. Good game. Good game. Nice, simple game right there. Rhinos all round. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, now a bit of a switch up of maps. Now we are on Meeting of Mind. Duzzy on the left side. As Space Marines, as usual. Drops the Armory. Chapel Barracks. A much more different opener than we're used to seeing from Duzzy's games here. It goes for 2 scouts.
Scouts reporting to duty.
Meanwhile on the right side, N7 chess player, he is playing as Elder. Drops a aspect portal, 1 generator, and does the Dark Reaper aspect stone add-on. No doubt going for Dark Reapers. I guess that'd be the reason why he'd make the Dark Reaper stone. 1 Dark Reaper squad now on the way. And yeah, 2 Guardians, fleet of foot. Pretty. This is actually a standard opening as well. Cool. So maybe when this Dark Reaper squad comes out, he'll just use it to capture. Yeah, he will capture. No, sorry, that's the Guardian squad. Looks like he will use the Dark Reaper to apply some pressure first. Then yeah, that makes sense.
Our mission is successful.
Alrighty. So what is Duzzy doing here? He is going for Assault Marines. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Against Dark Reapers, you probably want to go Assault Marines. Dark Reapers have really nice range damage, but once they get tied up in melee, you'll have to constantly be running away from these Assault Marines. Duzzy's just gonna fly past them though. Maybe he's gonna try to do some...
Area secured.
He's gonna make the Dark Reapers come to him instead. That's a much better idea than just chasing the Dark Reapers around. As you can see, fighting in this heavy cover, the Assault Marines take much less damage from the Dark Reapers. But 2 Dark Reaper squads out now for Alda, and Duzzy will have to jump away. Nice wipe on the Guardian squad, though. That is amazing. Even though even though Guardians are fairly early, you know, tier 1 unit, kind of useless, you don't want to be losing them like that. So that's actually pretty huge for Duzzy. The second 1 Dark Reaper squad
Area secured.
moves into Duzzy's base. They're going to try to do some economy damage as well, which they do. They start decapping this point here. Did I mention it? 2 Assault Marines now out for Duzzy. Now, while 1 Dark Reaper squad is being tied up, this squad is free to harass Elder's other units, such as the Bonesingers, as you can see right here. Good stuff from Duzzy indeed. Really applying that pressure early on, which you need to be doing in such a matchup like this. And Duzzy also makes 1 Space Marine squad now, applying even more pressure later on, no doubt. LP2 comes up for Elder. I guess the Dark Reapers will try to fight around this LP2. This point managed to get upgraded to LP2 as well. So now Elder is getting his defenses online. So at this point, the Assault Marines will have to try to keep chasing around these Dark Reapers. One Assault Marine squad manages to kill another Bone Singer. Very, very nice harass from Duzzy. Elder will have to remake those Bone Singer squads. As for the moment, Elder's generator is being stalled here. So that's good. But now the Dark Reapers are just staying close to the LP2. One squad will have to keep running away, but once this squad is free to shoot, which can't be good for Space Marines. But here come the Space Marine squad with flamers attached. Look at the damage on these guys, far out. Now, I was just about to say, Elder needs to make another Dark Reaper squad because this is too much from Space Marine's side. Both Dark Reapers just get tied up by these Assault Marines, which are on Overwatch, but that's that's not a problem for Duzzy. As long as he keeps the Dark Reapers out of action, and these units are free to do economy damage, he's fine with it, honestly. But now the third Dark Reaper squad comes out, and you can see this quite beautiful triangle of LP2s and this Dark Reaper squad focusing the Assault Marines. So this is a pretty good defense from Elder here. So this Dark Reaper squad will have to keep running around. But honestly, yeah, more and more Assault Marines are dying by the second. I know I've been saying Dark Reaper a lot. I'm kind of getting sick of saying it. A fourth one comes out. That's insane. Now Duzzy's in a bit of a problem, I think. Assault Marines have to jump out of there, and now that frees up all 4 Dark Reaper squads. They're free to unleash all of their firepower at once. Duzzy will have to retreat. He can't deal with it. It's too much. It's too much. But, as I said earlier, both Guardians squads were taken out on Elder's side, so he can't actually recap his points. And he is 3 points down. Relic, 2 strategic points. Current economy is sitting at plus 98 to plus 0 for Duzzy, compared to plus 74 to plus 10 for Elder. Elder remakes another Guardian squad. He doesn't want to use up one of his Dark Reapers to do the capping. He wants to use all that firepower to deal with Duzzy's army here. Yeah, Assault Marine's going for the jump. Unfortunately, all the Dark Reapers are too clustered together. They need to spread out a bit. One squad goes up here, another squad goes down here. That's what you need to be seeing. Sometimes one melee squad can tie up 2 squads at once if the units split up. So you got to be careful of that. You got to spread your squads out so that doesn't happen.
We are under enemy fire.
I have no idea how many Assault Marines have died so far. They've died noble deaths. Bone Singer goes down once again from Elder's side, but he keeps rebuilding them. Keeps rebuilding the Bone Singers, and how many? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 1, 2. Yeah, 3, 4 Dark Reapers. Almost reinforced up to full, but still a fine thwack of damage to be had around there. Well, does he make more units? I want to know. He makes 2 generators here, and he's going to stick with the 2 Assault Marines plus 1 Marine squad for now.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Needs to hold on to these scouts too. They're a bit idled here. Assault Marines jump into Elder's relic. Gonna once again deny Elder from capturing more of his points. But they jump back into the midst of these Dark Rangers and Dark Reapers. I was just thinking maybe Elder needs to make Rangers. But yeah, third Guardian squad goes down once again, and Elder has no more Kappa units to keep capping his points back. So many Assault Marines go down, but they look like they have no signs of stopping. Now Elder goes for the Soul Shrine. Will Duzzy be able to see it? Yeah, Duzzy does see it being built. He might even try to deny it. Well, maybe not at this point. There's just too much firepower on Elder's side. But it does look like... Is he tier 2? He's not even going tier 2 yet. He's investing a lot in this tier 1 pressure. But now he knows that Elder is on his way to tier 2. His economy is looking quite good actually. Plus 134 to plus 40. That's actually really nice compared to plus 92 to plus 20 from Elder. But once the optics gets done for the Dark Reapers, it's going to be a bit nightmarish for Duzzy. Wow, look at that. Look at how quickly that Marine squad went down. Insane. Both Assault Marines jump down in the bottom here while the Dark Reapers are up here. The Assault Marines jump into Elder's base to do a little bit of a quick harass there. Now they'll jump away. Just in time. Nice bit of harass there. Why is this squad not fleet of footing? There we go. Oh, they're not going to go for the relic. Interesting. So Duzzy does have the countdown here on the take and hold. 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes until taken.
Squad wipe on the scouts as Elder just straight away goes for this LP2. But here come the Assault Marines. But look at how quickly the health goes down now that the Dark Reapers have their optics done. But again, just too closely knotted together. I feel like they should be spaced out a little bit more. Support portal now up for the Elder player, and he goes to make some Fire Dragons. Make some Fire Dragons, no doubt, to yeah, do some, once again, just do economy damage. He's going to make a Falcon Grav Tank as well. As you can see, the population is full though, so he will need to make a Webway Gate to get those Fire Dragons out. But no doubt, his idea here is to get the Falcon Grav Tank into Space Marine's base, harass these outposts, and that'll have to force the Assault Marines to deal with it. Which will allow the Dark Reapers free to harass wherever they want, really. But Duzzy is tier 2 now, makes the Machine Cult. And we'll see what he goes for. He's going to go for some Hellfire Dreadnoughts. That's an okay answer, I reckon. Hellfire Dreadnought will be able to deal with the Dark Reapers for sure. The disruption on the missiles is enough to be a problem for the Dark Reapers. Plus these Assault Marines just keep jumping in. And once again the Elder just have to retreat. Even though there's 2 more Dark Reaper squads than the Assault Marine squads, all of them still have to run away. Imagine how much more efficient it would be if 2 could keep shooting while only 2 squads have to run away. But there you go. Landspeeder Landspeeder comes out now. The Dark Reapers have no protection, so they will eat all that heavy bolter firepower. But here comes the Falcon Grav Tank doing the economy damage with the Fire Dragons. Fire Dragons are absolutely nasty when it comes to anti-vehicle, anti-building. Obviously they specialize in that area, and so the damage on these guys is incredible. One Assault Marine squad out though can sort of deal with the Fire Dragons. It'll force them to hide inside the Falcon Grav Tank, no doubt. So that's lucky from Duzzy's side. He has that to answer. Wow. Alder still hasn't managed to capture his relic, nor this strategic point. Another LP2 might go down here for Duzzy. Or maybe not. The Assault Marines arrived just in time. A second Fire Dragon squad out for Alder. But now we have a Land Speeder Tempest with crack missiles added on. It goes down. Fire Dragons focused it down. Assault Marines jump into this mess of Dark Reapers. But not all of them were able to tie up the Dark Reapers, maybe because of the positioning. It was a bit awkward there. But, well, now Alder is retreating. How many Assault Marine squads still alive? 3 Assault Marine squads still up. And a Wraith Lord now coming out for Alder. What an interesting battle. Will Alder be able to deal with these Assault Marines, I wonder? Fire Dragons get tied up by the Assault Marines and will get wiped. Yep, that was quick too. The Assault Marines aren't taking that much damage from the Dark Reapers now. Could that be because of the armor upgrade, I wonder? But they seem to be dying less frequently, despite all this Elder firepower. Well, one squad did just get wiped just then. And here comes the tying up once again. Oh, a support platform got placed on the other side. Gives them a little extra defense. Dark Reapers aren't hiding inside the webway gate. They're just trying to kite these. Oh, what happened there? Whoa. I just got a massive lag just then. But as I was saying, the Dark Reapers are just trying to kite the Assault Marines around. Meanwhile, the Fire Dragons focus the vehicles on Space Marine's side. Why is everything lagging so much? Jesus Christ. What's it called? Is it a Bright Lance add-on was made for the turret? This thing has amazing anti-vehicle damage. As you can see, it just takes out a Tempest in a couple shots. Duzzy lost, I think, 2 Assault Marine squads, some Tempests. I'm not sure how many Hellfire Dreadnoughts he had. But will this one go down? I wonder. Maybe not. Not quite. But Duzzy is tier 3 and is making nothing right now. Makes 2 more Assault Marine squads. Well, at this point, Elder doesn't really have any more Falcons, I guess, to hide the Dark Reapers inside. So, Assault Marine, yeah, I guess Assault Marines make sense. They're not dying quick enough as well to this Elder firepower, so... Well, I say that, but once again, one squad almost gets wiped. It does get wiped, actually. Ouch. Plus 150 to plus 60 for Duzzy compared to plus 69, 69, 69, 69 to plus 52 for Elder. It's a really low economy. And Duzzy is tier 3. I think Duzzy will be able to hold anything that Elder throws at him. He only has to kill a few Elder units, and Elder won't be able to sustain his army because of that low economy. Oh, Grey Knights come out. Okay, yeah, that's really bad news for Elder. Psychic Inquisition cast in the midst of these Dark Reapers. Just look at how quickly these Elder units are going down. N7 chess player equals GG. I mean, yeah, with that economy, like,
Enemy fire.
what can he do? Just not enough to keep his army alive. Meanwhile, Duzzy's almost had double compared to Elders, so yeah, he would have just kept throwing units at him. But let's look at the score anyway. N7 chess player, 113 units killed to 69 to 69 to 69 to 69 units lost. Actually, that was a pretty substantial difference. But then again, Duzzy did sacrifice a lot of assault marines for the greater good. And then you look at the resources here, almost 4,000, over 4,000 in both aspects, requisition and, never mind what I just said, just for requisition, power, 300 more than N7 chess player. And yeah, technology. 91 reinforced units compared to 36. Holy moly. Let's move on to the last game. Alright, now for this final game we have... I don't know what this guy's name is, so I'm just going to call him the Chaos Player. The Chaos Player drops a generator and goes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cultists and a heretic. I'm thinking we might be seeing the grenade launcher spam opening from him. If he's making this many cultists and no Chaos Temple, he will make an armory and yeah, go for those sweet grenade launchers. Meanwhile, Duzzy makes 3 Scout Marines, a barracks, and goes for the Force Commander, once again anticipating that grenade launcher opening from Chaos. And yeah, now... Oh, still no armory from Chaos just yet. He sends the cultists straight into Duzzy's base. What is he planning on doing? He even reinforces the cultists up to full strength. Were they on Overwatch? What is going on here? I've never seen this before.
Taking heavy fire.
Scouts here.
I guess the cultists were reinforced this much to deal with the scouts, maybe? Was he expecting a scout rush from Space Marines? I'm a little bit confused.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
But out comes the Force Commander now.
You shall be my brother.
A few shots from this guy will pick off the cultists, no problem. Just look at how quickly that one went down, and there's only like, what, 9 more to go, so no problems there, no stresses. Only one cultist squad capping some, oh no, two are capping points right now. Duzzy, so far, just has, well, he's captured no points actually. He's got 1 scout squad capping this point up here. But that's pretty much it for now. Still no armory on Chaos' side, so he looks like he isn't going for a grenade opener. He's going for an opening I've never seen before in my life in a 1v1 game. I don't know if this is like a pro thing, if this is some kind of meta opener, but it's new to me, so if you guys can provide any kind of information on what exactly is going on here, that would be much appreciated. And now some Space Marines come out for Duzzy. I don't think Duzzy's in trouble here. Like, he's even got a turret placed in the middle. Too many cultists are dying right now, and well, Chaos does have two LP2s up, 1 LP on the right here, and now he's in the 3rd minute. He's going to make the Chaos Temple.
Under fire.
He just needs to capture more of his points, which he does now. He captures this point. This point still needs to be captured. How many scouts does he have left? 1.
Position.
One squad after 3. At the beginning, now he only has 1 left. However, he does have the middle secured. Middle point is secured for him. And now he can start focusing on his economy a little bit better. Plus 44 to plus 0 for Space Marines so far, compared to plus 86 to plus 10 for Chaos. Chaos has the temple up, but doesn't make anything just yet. Yeah, I was just about to say maybe he was going for the Chaos Lord, which he does make. And even places the rally point right on top of this mountain here. That's interesting. Looks like the Chaos Lord is going to go for a little bit of a hike first, to get the blood pumping before engaging in battle with these loyalist Space Marine dogs. Cultists gonna come around on the left relic on Duzzy's side here, try to kill the scouts again like they did before. Will they manage to do it though? The Force Commander wipes one cultist squad. Yep, wipes one cultist squad. And the... Oh, okay, the Scout Marines didn't actually finish capping this point here. And these Space Marines are occupied, still trying to capture more points. But now a second Space Marine squad will be out for Duzzy. I think he'll need it. Now, Chaos doesn't really have an army. He does have the Chaos Lord and one other cultist squad. Sorry, three. Oh, he still has 3 cultist squads. Okay, I thought more of them died at the beginning there. But still, it won't be enough to deal with 2 Space Marine squads. One Chaos Marine squad now comes out. Still no armory. He's going to go for tier 2 now. Okay, interesting. What a crazy beginning to this game. It was quite funny actually. Plus 110 to plus 20 now for Chaos on the right side, amazingly enough, despite that opening, compared to plus 80 to plus 10 for Duzzy.
The enemy is attacking.
And both players have captured the point that's not on their side up the top here. Chaos on this side, Space Marines on this side. Duzzy will move in now. Chase down these Chaos Marines. Now Chaos is in a bit of a trouble. He makes a second Marine squad. Chaos Marine squad. Yeah, he'll need it to deal with this mess. And only now starts on the armory, which he'll also need
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
to deal with Duzzy's army. Duzzy has the Space Marines reinforced up a little bit, and they're also fighting in the heavy cover. So Chaos shouldn't be having this fight at all. Yeah, they should really push back. Look at how many Chaos Marines are here, and then look how many Space Marines are here. Why is he fighting this? He shouldn't be fighting this. Not to mention, as I said earlier, with the Marines hiding in the cover there. They should just stay away. Just stay in this heavy cover, like, you're just chilling there, there's no problems. Well, now the Space Marines can push up this left side. Well, maybe not. A turret and an LP2. I want to double check on the guide. Do the Chaos Listening Post deal more damage than the Space Marine counterparts? I want to compare the 2 stats and give you an answer here. In my mind, I feel like they do. I do feel like the Chaos ones do more damage, but we'll see what Editor Jaggers has to say about that. Have we got heavy bolters yet on the Chaos Marines? Not yet. Duzzy now going tier 2. Chaos making the Sorcerer. Okay. That opens up some possibilities to push here. But I still think Chaos will need more. Scouts go to decap this critical location, but as you can see, the cultists now have the grenade launchers that they needed earlier, much earlier in the game. Berserker ability gets used by the Aspiring Champion, increases the damage of the Chaos Marines by 50%, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see, many Space Marines perished under that ability, so pretty nice stuff from Chaos here. Will they manage to take out the heavy bolted turret? I think with all these plasma guns, they should be able to do it pretty easily. There they go. Down it goes. Duzzy starts upgrading this to a LP2, but I think the Chaos Marines will be able to deal with it before that happens, if they choose to focus it. But they go past it, and they're going to instead push this way. That makes sense. If they had started focusing this listening post, Duzzy would have been able to move in with his Marine squads anyway. So maybe that was maybe this was the better move by Chaos. He even moves his Chaos Marines into this heavy cover here, giving them a better positioning. It's all about positioning, guys. Chaos Marines with heavy bolters and heavy cover. You don't want to mess with that. Did the Sorcerer solo this LP2? That's insane. Maybe the Sorcerer has quite a good amount of melee damage. But man, I didn't know this Mans could take out LP2s like that. Holy crap. Anyway. Landspeeders now coming out for Duzzy. I've noticed a change in his tactics lately. He seems to be favoring Landspeeders a bit more. In this particular situation, it does make sense to make them, since Chaos has no protection. Well, had no protection. Now there's a Rhino, so actually the Landspeeders won't be able to do much now against the Chaos Marines. They can just hide inside the Rhino. The Cultists, on the other hand, maybe aren't as safe. Duzzy makes his own Rhino in response, and now we're just going to have a bit of a Rhino off by the looks of it. Plus 86 to plus 40 for Duzzy compared to plus 147 to plus 79 for Chaos. Chaos with that massive economy boom going on right now makes the Chains of Torment for the Sorcerer. This is perfect to use against such Rhino pushes like this. Duzzy made a bit of accidental pathing, but moved his Rhino back as well to compensate a little bit. Wow, that Landspeeder went down really quickly. Looks like Chaos Marines with the Plasma Pistols / Heavy Bolters can deal with a weak vehicle like Landspeeders pretty easily. Doombolt got cast on the Space Marines here, and Duzzy might have just mistakenly not microed them in time. Didn't hide them inside the Rhino, and throws out the GG after losing those squads. Yeah, what else could he have done? Maybe he just didn't have the economy to recover. And the game goes to this guy. So well played by Chaos. But man, what a beginning. What an opener, eh? What the hell was that? Anyway, that's crazy. Surely Duzzy has the more units killed. He does. He does have the more units killed, but only three more. So even though the Chaos player opened with all those cultists and lost quite a few cultists, the fact that this was the difference in kills means that yeah, he did really well. Anyway, so economy, it was really just the economy as well. Chaos just had the better economy overall. There you go. Technology. Well, guys, that was 5 back-to-back Space Marine games. Don't forget to watch Duzzy's video. Link is in the description below. I promise you it'll be well worth it to watch that video. And yeah, what else can I say? See you guys in the next one. Peace.